What the hell? Ay! Gago. Bawal U-turn dyan ah. Oh well. Alright. Ladies, gentlemen, and kiddies. Thanks to Mitsukoshi Motors Philippines, the distributor of Keyway, Euromotor, and of course, this, the SYM. And today, I will be taste testing the SYM or SYM CRUiSYM 150. So this is their latest creation from the venerable Chinese Taiwan company. And this is one of the most affordable 150cc scooter that you can get right now. I think it retails around 98 to 99,000 pesos. So I'll just put a conversion rate on top. And as you can see, it undercuts the very popular N Max, the Aerox, and some of the contemporaries like the PCX 150, the new ADV 150, the much hyped up Honda. And I'd like to give this bike a little bit of screen time because not many of you outside of the Philippines or outside Asia in particular are familiar with this bike. So let's get it on. And like all 125, 150, 110cc scooters, they all have center stands. This is on center stand right now, but it also has a kickstand just in case. I'll show it to you later after the ride. Right now, before we leave, ergonomics check. I'm 6'3", 220 pounds with a 35-inch overall inseam. Of course, this is a small scooter. I can consider this as a medium-sized scooter because it's not as small as those 110cc like the SkyDrive, the Beat, the TVS Daz, or it's not as massive as the Citycom, which is SYM's middle scooter. It's not as massive as those 200cc scooters. It's a perfect mix of both. Or not those maxi scooters like the Maxim, the exciting 400, the T-Max, and those larger than life scooters. So to start, put the ignition here. Look at the ceremony there, very nice. And let's start it up. So like all scooters, this is your rear brake. This is your left brake. And there's a little compartment here. I'll show it to you after the ride. There's also a grocery bag hanger down there. Very, very nice. This one, the two instrument panels right here has two buttons. One is clock, which is a 24-hour format right now, 3:30, that's incorrect. I know it's already like 1 o'clock or something. And there's a inboard voltmeter. A lot of developing country riders likes to have a voltmeter on their bikes because their batteries drain so fast, unlike some big bikes like that monster over there. And this one is the trip meter and the odometer. That's it. You have only one trip meter and then you got the odometer. As you can see, this is freshly new, 0 kilometers. The gauge is well laid out. You got your fuel gauge there. There's no temp gauge though, and you got it's full digital Casio watch effect. All is good. It's legible enough. On the side mirror front, it has a moderate range of motion, but the coverage so far is very nice at first glance because we're not moving yet. I will point that out once we're on the road. So okay, my size 13 foot fits the floorboards really well. So this is very friendly like most scooters, but some scooters I don't fit inside and everything like that. So here we go. So first impressions, it takes a while for the CVT to bite. So it doesn't engage till 4,000 revs. Since this is a very light scooter, medium-sized scooter, I'm not gonna complain much about its harshness because it's a light scooter. So we're in Quezon City right now at E. Rodriguez Avenue. So I'm just gonna do a full loop like what I do in the US, just one big loop. Hopefully it's gonna be less than 30 minutes, but it's gonna be less than 30 minutes. So far so good. The size is not overly light, and once you get going, the CVT really grabs really well already. It's only from a dead stop that you have to build up the revs for it to get going. Vibration wise, there's minimal vibrations on my foot. There is some significant vibrations on my butt, but there's minimal vibrations on my handlebars. Pretty normal for a scooter that has a price like this. So we're here at Araneta Avenue. So let me just pull it up. Very smooth at limit. The brakes is very tactile. Not much play, not much sloppiness. And let me handle these bumps right here. It handles bumps at speed very, very well. Awesome. I rarely ride 150cc scooters. I think this is one of the first ones that I've ridden, so I cannot gauge too much on comparisons, but this is a good base. The pickup is very good too. I think the speedo is not working right now because this is a demo unit. That's why the kilometers is in 0. But at this speed, it handles bumps really well. The side mirrors has a very good coverage. I like the brakes on this thing though. Easy to modulate. A tad sensitive to most riders though. It's very easy to negotiate. We're here in Quezon Avenue. Let me see how it pulls. It pulls really well. Oh my gosh. I like this bike already. Let's go to another corner. Let's handle the commuting. I bet lane splitting with this bike will be awesome compared to my hulking monster that I'm riding right now. It's very maneuverable. There is a vibration drone that happens around between 5,000 to 6,000 revs. It has that pulsating drone, a vibration drone that this bike has. I like the dynamics of this bike. It doesn't feel overly light or cheap or whatsoever. The seat, I got enough room for it, but you still have to knee out if you're tall enough, so for your knees not to hit the handlebars. On the left side, when I turn left, it doesn't hit. But because of this electric starter button, it does hit a little bit. It doesn't bother me too much. The seat is a little bit in a slippery side. It doesn't grip. It doesn't plant me down too well. Let's see its lane split test. Lane splitter. Pickup is really good. Mid-range torque is awesome on this bike so far. Yeah, the seat doesn't settle me too well, and the seat cushioning is a little stiff, but you cannot argue with the price though. You get what you pay for. I like the dynamics of this bike though. The chassis, the way they handle the frame, it's pretty good. The brakes is excellent. This one has anti-lock brakes, but unfortunately it doesn't sync between the front and rear wheel, so you gotta use two hands to use the brakes effectively. Yeah, the mid-range torque on this bike is pretty good. Wow. And the horn is pretty loud too. For stock horn, that's pretty good. Very good. It's not like meep meep. It's like get out of the way. I don't know what's going on with that Ranger. Oh well. It leans really well. The suspension bottoms out on that dip over there, so that's not much of a problem. Let's see on this bumps right here. Very nice, actually, very nice. The scooter really dives really well. It feels top heavy at some point. One thing I love about riding scooters is their lane splitting ability. They're so easy to lane split. See, once you get going, the engine responds very well. It's only from a dead stop that there's a gap on their engagement. Brakes very powerful. I think the ABS fuse isn't installed yet, and that's why the ABS light is on. Keeps up with traffic really well. The ergonomics, the overall comfort for my height is pretty good actually. I like it. For the price, I really like it. So yeah, this bike really blends in really well. It's not overly massive. And one thing I like about this scooter is that for a 150cc scooter, you have a flat floor. Unlike the N Max, the Aerox, those contemporary 150cc scooters, you got a very flat floor. And this part right here, that's for your kids, just in case if they ride this bike in the front, and they have a step board already within the fairing, which is awesome. Oh, it accelerates really well. Of course, it's a CVT, it doesn't have engine braking. So if you're riding a motorcycle, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. There you go. On smooth surfaces like here in Rodriguez, it's pretty good. It's just the engine vibrations. The engine needs more dampening in my opinion. Other than that, it's pretty good. I just like the brakes in this thing. The initial handling, it doesn't feel that it's about to tip over anytime soon, like some scooters out there. It still has that way down feel like some European scooters like a Vespa or even the Kymco like 150. Okay, late split maneuver. And we're almost back. So we're back at the compound where Mitsukoshi Motors is at. Yeah, it feels kind of top heavy at some degree. It's very direct. It's very analog actually. It's very nice. Easy to make a U-turn. And the good thing is, I wasn't able to scrape the side pegs, which is nice. It has a very good lean angle in case if you're gonna go to some mountain roads like in Marilake, going some banking stuff. The technique to have a sharp U-turn on a scooter, keep the revs up and use the rear brakes, just like when you use a big motorcycle, like a regular motorcycle. You could turn sharp. There you go. But make sure if you're tall like me, you gotta knee out. You have to put your knees out a little bit. And of course, if you go to that at a very slow certain speed, you gotta keep the revs up, or else the dead gap of a CVT, like right now, see, at this speed, there's a certain gap. You gotta keep that CVT working and keep the revs up while tapping the rear brakes. So let me do that again. I'm tapping the rear brakes. There you go. Very easy to make a U-turn once you get to know what you're doing. Another one. So you can make a U-turn. A quicker U-turn than most Filipinos that I've seen, that they do a U-turn very slow. One more before I ran out of gas. So Mitsukoshi Philippines, they tend to assist riders who's planning to use these bikes as a delivery vehicle, like food delivery or ride taxis. They will assist you of doing that, and bikes like these is a very good indication for that. Yep. Wow, that's a very sharp lean angle. The side pegs it's not low enough for it to scrape right away. That's awesome. And let me do one more lap. I don't want to let go this bike yet because it's so refreshing at some degree that you get to ride bikes like this. Like a smaller bike, not like my Hulk bike over there. It's so refreshing. Let me try going to that area. try its U-turn. Oh yeah, there's a high bump right here. Let me see if it's gonna scrape. Nope, doesn't. Didn't scrape. Awesomeness. So let me just oops, I scrape on that one. So you better, it has a very low center of gravity, so just be careful. This is a very slippery surface. Ah, damn, it scraped, even at that speed. Well, that bump is really high, so I cannot blame the bike on that. It's a non-scooter friendly bump. Oh, there you go. I scraped the peg, the side peg a little bit. If you do it too much, yes, it will scrape. And I think this is done. I'm done. Gotta give this bike back. In actuality, their test riding event is already over, but I begged and pleaded if I could ride this bike today. And happy, I get to do that. And here you go. Back to next to my stupid bike over there. Stupid in a good way. So you go. There's no kill switch right here. The switch gear is that this is off. Corner lights and bright lights. The side stand is easy to engage but hard to locate. I want to see how it looks like with the lights on. Okay. So right now we're in the city lights, which is no headlights yet. It has a LED strips for strips on the eyebrow area, but the headlights are halogen. They're not LEDs. They're not HIDs. The taillights is LEDs, which is nice. And I think if I press the brakes, this part will light up too. There's no hazard lights. Too bad. And there's the turn signal over here. Very legible, very bright. Yep. Let's try with the headlight on. Well, today's daytime, so you won't see it that much, but it's a halogen. So to turn it off, there's no kill switch here. You just have to twist it like this. And there you go. Just to show you the compartment, there are two ways for you to open the compartment. First, you can just twist the key like this, and it's already unlocked. See? Another way is the electric way. You can use the high beams. There you go. And once we're in the form of a cargo base, this can fit an open face helmet. Good. Fuel tank is right here. Luggage space is pretty okay. I recommend to get a top case if you're gonna go Angkas or ride taxis and everything like that. And this has an immobilizer, meaning to say that this little switch right here is the immobilizer. This is the kill switch, like for anti-theft or anything like that. So, for example, if I put this to lock, normal, right? It won't start. It will just keep on cranking forever. See? Doesn't start. If you put back the unlock, there you go. That's a very handy feature to prevent bike thieves. And this compartment is also water resistant. As you can see, there's some nice grooves over here. And that's a very handy feature because in some countries in the world, bike theft is very prevalent. Quality is right there for a 150cc scooter. The compartment is also water resistant. It has an USB. It has a cover inside, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a USB port over there for your cell phone. Or too bad it doesn't have the indentation where you could put your cell phone right here. And of course, the grocery bag hook there, improvised, very nice. This is what I was talking about. If you have kids, you can. I don't recommend it. I don't condone it. I'm not saying that you must do it, but life hack. You can put your kids' feet right here. That's a very handy feature. I don't know if SYM intended to put it there, but yeah, this is a good kid's footrest. So they don't have to hang their feet like dangling right over here. They can sit on here. They can rest their feet over here. That's pretty handy in my opinion. I don't know if SYM did that or not, but there you go. The design is pretty European. It's very nice. I bet they market this in Europe now. Let me see the front side profile. It doesn't look overly wide, unlike the Aerox. The Aerox is like, the exhaust is sticking out right here. Exhaust sticking out right there. The CVT is sticking out over there. The packaging is so wrong. But this one, the exhaust is sticking a little bit out here. It's almost dangerously close to the exact width of your handlebar. Right there. Of course, this is a 4-stroke liquid cooled scooter. It says here too, liquid cool. And there's the radiator or oil cooler. There's the oil inlet. The CVT drivetrain is on the other side. The battery is very low to the ground. Getting some textbook from some electric manufacturers, they put the battery way low down. I just hope the skid plate on the battery side is very tough, like metal, some sort of metal at least, so if it hits some high bumps, it doesn't scrape. So without further ado, this is only a taste test. It's not a buffet test. So I'm just gonna conclude it here. I give it a 2 thumbs up. Despite for what it is, it's the cheapest. It's one of the most affordable 150cc scooters that you can buy right now. And it's one of the only few 150cc scooters that you have a flat load floor. The next bike that you can get that feature is either the Kymco Like 150, the Vespa 150s, and I forgot to mention the other bikes. So there you go. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, Lapid Vlogs, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Ride and Drive Philippines, Ride and Tandem, Facebook page, Where to Go PH, motorysm.ph. That's where we discuss motorcycle tourism in the Philippines. So thanks to Mitsukoshi Philippines, the distributor of SYM, Keyway, and Euromotor. So there you go. The taste test of the CRUiSYM 150. Thank you very much. Peace out.